Pal John?
Good evening. We're in Studio 6B tonight, and it's September 15th, 2025, and it's my pleasure and my distinct honor to be sitting with Mr. John J. Jeckovich. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
You're looking well. That blue makes you look 10 years younger. You're looking well.
Yeah.
Did you have a nice dinner?
Oh, yeah.
I heard you had a special visitor today.
Mary.
Amber.
Amber, yeah.
Amber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Amber's Mr. Jeckovich's great-granddaughter. She always cheers him up when he comes visit his house, right?
Yeah.
Amber is a beautiful girl in her 20s. She's a full-time missionary and a full-time surfer. I always tell her...
Oh, Mary was over, too.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
How'd your visit go? Good?
Oh, yeah.
Was Amber here then?
Who?
Was Amber here at the same time?
No. Mary was by herself.
And where'd you meet with her at? What room?
She would come in her bedroom, in the kitchen.
Oh, in the office, yeah. So that's good. But Amber, you had a special visitor. Amber is a full-time missionary. How's Amber's Bible?
All worn out.
And she surfs all around the world with a Bible in her left hand and the surfboard in her right.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has surfed all around the world. She comes in, when she's in Florida, at least 3 or 4 days a week to visit Mr. Jeckovich at his house. And they get along like two peas in a pod, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're doing well today.
Yeah.
You want me to start reading out of the diary?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You want to do a little reading? Do you want to do a little reading?
No.
How'd you like the parades that you witnessed yesterday in Niagara Falls, New York?
Where did they get all those people?
I don't know. There are people that live in Niagara Falls.
There was no one over there.
Yeah, I know. But that was Pine Avenue. You were watching the parade.
Yeah, there was tons of people there.
Yeah, but look how much well organized, and look how much more beautiful equipment and floats there were a mile over the bridge in Canada.
Yeah.
Big difference, right?
Yeah.
Big difference, wasn't it?
From Canada?
Canada was a beautiful parade. First class. It was kind of like Disney. On the American side, it didn't look that good.
But the American side is terrible.
Yeah. I know you grew up there at 3063 Orleans Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York. But would you ever move back?
No.
It's not going to do it.
No.
But you were there at the best of times, right?
Yeah.
You were there at the best of times.
Yeah.
So you beat the system.
Yeah.
Mr. Jeckovich, would you like a coffee?
No.
How about a crumpet?
No, nothing. Thank you.
How about simply an iced tea?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is there any staff behind me working?
Who?
Could you see if there's any staff?
No, nobody there.
They all took a break already. I say, I must be hiring government workers. 6 of them to set up the studio, run around errands. Whenever I turn around and I want a coffee, there's no one here.
Yeah.
I'd be better off ordering Grubhub and bring me a coffee. My staff, they just don't stay put. I guess they think you're on government time. Government time.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't need a coffee anyways. I'll do just fine. Mr. Jeckovich was from Company H, the 2nd Battalion of the 291st Regiment of the 75th Infantry Division of the U.S. Army during World War II. Mr. Jeckovich lives by the motto, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. Mr. Jeckovich was drafted into World War II as a teenager, and he did quite well. He came out with many awards. However, he paid the price. He was shot in the shoulder by a sniper. He was beat up. He was stabbed.
Lost a hip.
Lost a hip. shrapnel still in your body,
Yeah.
right? And your frostbite still bothers you daily.
Yeah.
Still bothers you
Yeah.
daily. But besides all that, you're doing good.
Huh?
Besides all that, you're doing good, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Jeckovich was born in 1925, and here we are, 2025. Mr. Jeckovich is knocking on the door of 100. Yeah, 100. How do you get to 100? Hell, I don't know. I'll never make it to 100. I can tell you that flat out. Mr. Jeckovich made it to his 100. Wow. Did you smoke?
No.
Did you drink?
No.
Mr. Jeckovich jogged for 85 years. Never smoked, never drank, never took a prescription, never took a vitamin. Wow. Is there anything else we should know about how longevity works?
Yeah.
Any other things that you should mention?
Genes.
Genes. So you have good genes.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. Mr. Jeckovich, you said you blinked your eyes at 20 and now you're 100, right?
Right.
Where did 80 years go?
Yeah. Where do they go? Yeah. That's a good
Where
question.
the hell did 80
Good question.
Does it feel like just yesterday you were a teenager? Does it feel like yesterday you were a teenager?
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, boys and girls, it's a short dance around the sun. It goes by quickly. Listen to the man.
Yeah.
Blinked his eyes at 20. Now it's 100. Holy cow. Where did 80 years go? Where the hell did 80 years go? If someone knows, text us 407-366-0000. Text us at 407-366-0000. Remember, we're only visiting this planet for a short time. And you know, life is awfully strange. You arrive here with nothing, right?
Yeah.
And then you spend your whole life chasing everything. Your whole life chasing everything. I want a bigger office. I want a bigger office window. I want a nicer car. I want a better watch. I want a bigger house. I want a boat. I want a boat. The best days of owning a boat when you buy it, when you sell it. I want everything. You're going to spend all your life chasing these things. And guess what? You're still going to leave with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't taking nothing with you. Mr. Jeckovich, did you ever see a hearse pulling a U-Haul trailer?
No.
I haven't. But listen, life is super strange. But make sure your soul gains more than your hands. Make sure your soul gains more than your hands. It's so important. Make sure your soul. We're all going to chase things. We're going to chase a better watch. Everyone that is ignorant of the fact that they're ignorant, they want a better watch. They want a Rolex, yeah. Everyone wants that Rolex. But guess what? They keep horrible time. And my $100 cell phone keeps better time. And I don't have to be burdened with a Rolex. I just certainly don't. No. I certainly don't. Mr. Jeckovich is such great shape. It's hard to believe he's 100 years old. And I honestly believe he's going to make it to 150.
No, I don't think so.
I honestly believe it, that Mr. Jeckovich is going to make it to 150. This is his world, and we're just living in it. This is his world, and we're just living in it. Oh, and by the way, I list Mr. Jeckovich's injuries during the war, but many he had. But listen to this. Here's some of the awards he received. Bronze Star Medal, Purple Heart Medal, Army Good Conduct Medal, European Combat Campaign Medal, European African Medal Eastern Campaign Medal with 3 Bronze Service Stars, World War II Victory Medal, Army of Occupation Medal with Germany Clasp, Combat Infantry Badge, Sharpshooter Badge with Carbine, Pistol and Machine Gun Bars, Marksman Badge with Rifle Bar, and the Honorable Service Lapel Button, World War II. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of awards.
Yeah.
Did you ever put them on your uniform at one time?
No.
No. Did you ever put on any of those medals on your uniform at all?
No.
I didn't think you would. I didn't think you would. That just didn't, you were just weren't interested in showing off all those medals, right?
No.
Not interested. That's why they call this the greatest generation of all time. They're very humble people. They're very humble people and modest. They're not looking to show off anything. You don't see them on Facebook showing how they could do jumps and splits and all that other crap. That's not them. This generation is the greatest generation of all time. And I've already read over 600 of Mr. Jeckovich's, 600 podcasts I work with Mr. Jeckovich on, and I found out one thing, and one thing only I found out about this greatest generation of all times. They were very patriotic, number one, and they had great empathy. And empathy is the glue to civilization. Empathy is the glue to civilization. Without empathy, you don't have nothing. You're not a human being. You're just existing. So empathy was the glue to civilization. For you to survive World War II, you had to be very tough, right? And street smart. A lot of guys got killed like as soon as they went into the combat because why? They weren't tough.
My mother was
street
tough.
smart. What happened to Lape?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, he didn't do too well. Lape,
No.
his foxhole buddy, had his head blown off with a dirty bomb. What's a dirty bomb?
Got a knife, screwdrivers, everything else.
Yeah, a dirty bomb is when the Nazis would put like razor blades, old screwdrivers, crescent wrenches, anything metal, when it blew above these young American fighters' heads, it did much damage. His buddy Lape, Donald Lape, was a fine young man, I'm told, shared the foxhole with Mr. Jeckovich. Head was blown off and just everything left was his glasses hanging from his ear. That's the same shrapnel Mr. Jeckovich has on his body today. So, you know, we've had wars for thousands of years, and yeah, the reality is we'd have wars for 1,000 more. So, mothers, don't sissify your boys. Your mother was tough on you, right?
Huh?
Your mother was tough on
yeah.
you. Very tough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't sissify your boys. Don't make wimps out of them. Make them carry their own weight. Teach your children, teach your boys to be like a lion and a fox. The fox is smart enough to recognize traps, and a lion is strong enough to scare away the wolves.
Yeah.
So teach your boys to be like a lion and a fox, and no one will ever beat them. Remember that. That's very important. Very important. Would you like me to read some of the diary?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Lots of pages here, lots of notes. Lots of notes. Diary, 1 April 1945. Easter Sunday, 1945. Moving on towards Dotland, Company A pushed through the Halton Forest, capturing only 4 Germans who were only kids. How young were some of the Germans?
7 years old.
Yeah, they're young kids, right?
Yeah.
Could you share the story with us when a young teenage German fighter had a drop on you, and could you tell us what happened?
Well, he was walking towards me, and I didn't recognize, I didn't know he was there till he went around the culvert, and I seen him, and he had a drop on me, and I looked at him. He smiled at me, and he looked at me, and he smiled and walked away.
And he had his back towards you, unprotected, because you know you two made eye contact,
Yeah.
and you knew you weren't going to kill each other. Probably neither one of you wanted to be in that war. Was he like 16, 17? Was he like 16, 17, 18?
Oh, yeah. My age.
Yeah, 19. So he had the drop on you, could have shot you up right then and ended your life.
SS, they would have.
Oh, what happens if that was an SS?
They would have shot me right there.
There would be no questions asked. Yeah, the Nazi SS were rotten son of a bitches. Yeah, cowards too, because after the war, they all tried to blend in like civilians. They were badasses when they got a machine gun on your head.
Yeah.
But when the war was over and the tides turned, they all wanted to be tender fucking farmers, or preachers, or store owners. 1 April 1945, Easter Sunday 1945, moving on towards Datlan. Company A ran across a platoon of enemy. A field piece was knocked out by the bazooka and the machine gun fire. 10 of the crew were captured. B Company met with little opposition and advanced several thousand yards towards a town of Erkelschwach. C Company aided in the rapid advance towards Datlan. Very little sleep and everyone was pretty tired. That was a story there. Everyone's freezing and everyone's tired, right?
Yeah.
Because the Battle of Bulge was the coldest winter of record.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, during World War II, there were 16,400,000 beautiful young men and ladies and girls that participated in the war. They were very patriotic. 16,400,000 Americans. Today, 2025, we have less than 4,000 frontline infantrymen, and we're losing them at a rate of 200 a day.
Whoa.
Yeah. We have no more World War I vets,
Yeah.
and soon it'll be no more World War II vets. So if you have any questions for this World War II vet that fought the front lines, received many awards, shot up and beat up, this is the guy, is probably the reason why, and other soldiers, why you're not speaking German. Because Hitler was not stopping. He was moving on. And after Mr. Jeckovich held Bastogne and fought at the Battle of Bulge, they sent him and thousands of other people to liberate the concentration camps. And you do not want to see what their eyes did. You do not want to see. So if you have any questions for Mr. Jeckovich, text him at 407-366-0000. 407-366-0000. And you like Mr. Jeckovich's vibe? Then subscribe. It's that simple. Not many of these guys left. You wrote a big, beautiful book. How many pages is it?
849.
Wow. Wow. I know you didn't have a laptop. I know you didn't use Google. How did you write this big book?
Yellow pages.
Yellow legal pads. Wow. That much it took you years.
Oh, 6 months.
6 months. Yeah. Wow. The book is titled Their Mother's Sons, and it starts off with Mr. Jeckovich is 11 years old when his father died of a massive heart attack, working 3 jobs to give this guy and his family a better life. He came from the ghettos of Russia. He came to this country legally through Ellis Island. And those guys and the Polish, the Russians and Italians built New York State brick by brick by brick. They built New York State board by board by board.
Yeah.
They didn't know when to stop. They just kept working. Age 11, his father died. Mr. Jeckovich took over as the head of the household. It's funny how 100 so years ago, the immigrants came in legally and they worked their asses off. Compared to today, the illegal immigrants coming in, millions of them, they come here simply to work the system. They'll take any handout you'd give them. Back 100 years ago, they weren't offered anything. However, if they were, they wouldn't take it. They would not take it. They would not take it. So, there's one original copy of Mr. Jeckovich's book titled Their Mother's Sons at the World War II Museum in New Orleans. A lot of people, Mr. Jeckovich, want to buy your book. Where can they get it and how much is it?
Not for sale.
Not for sale. It's not about money. Mr. Jeckovich has no interest in money. He's got plenty, probably. The book was written for one reason and one reason only, to give the younger generation ideas on how to have a simpler, with emphasis on a wholesome life. A simpler and more wholesome life. Ask Mr. Jeckovich any questions you like. Ask him, let's say, about marriage. How many years were you married?
69.
So, what better guy could you ask? Huh? 69 years of a long and wonderful marriage. What better guys you'd ask? Last year alone in Florida, there's over tens of thousands of divorces. How come? How come there's so many divorces?
Money.
Money. They make
Money,
it
money.
so damn hard for these young people to get ahead. It puts stress and strain on their marriages. They're doing their best. They're all working a couple jobs. Husband's working, wife's working, a couple jobs. But by the time they pay the bills and the babysitter, you know, the truth of the matter is they're flat ass broke. That's not good. Puts too much strain on a marriage. Too much strain on a marriage. Back in the day when Mr. Jeckovich was coming up, he went right through the Great Depression, and then right after that he survived the Great Depression, and then he went into World War II. But back then things were simpler, I have to say. Thank God there was no computers, and thank God there was no cell phones, and thank God there was none of this equipment that we have today that's supposed to make your life easier. It's supposed to give you conveniences. But guess what? It doesn't.
7 minutes.
Are you going to wake me up tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. We'll talk about that in a minute, Mr. Jacob. So it doesn't make your life easier. It makes your life more complicated. Keep in mind when Mr. Jeckovich was growing up, gasoline was 7 cents a gallon, a beautiful house was 2,000 or 3,000, and a brand new car was 500, right?
Yeah.
What was your first car you had?
Chevy.
A Chevy. What was the first car your father had?
Plymouth.
Your father?
Plymouth.
Didn't he have a Packard?
Huh?
Your father, did he have a Packard?
Yeah, but he never used it. It stayed in the garage.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Jeckovich had father's had a beautiful Packard. Those are big, long, 6,000-pound monsters. Land yachts are big. Suicide doors, standard shift. But ironically, his father, did your father have a driver's license?
No.
Did your mother?
No.
So neither one of those drove.
They didn't want to drive.
But he had a beautiful Packard.
Yeah.
And if you have the pleasure of seeing a Packard today, it's a monster. And on the hood, there'll be the flying goddess of speed, a big chrome emblem of the goddess of speed holding something that looks like a frisbee. That's the Packard. Yeah, Packards were made in the United States. They finally went out. They finally couldn't keep it going. But his father had a Packard, a big Packard, a nice land yacht. Did you drive the Packard much?
No.
No. Did your brother drive the Packard much?
Every day went to school with it.
You were about a couple years younger than your brother. Did your brother drive you to school?
No.
Why?
I never asked him.
But you didn't want to go on the Packard, right?
No.
Why?
It's not my style.
Not your style, right? Yeah. Were they trying to, was your brother trying to be something he wasn't?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So text Mr. Jeckovich at 407-366-0000. 2nd April 1945 diary. I and L companies move forward. I and L companies move forward against low trajectory anti-aircraft fire. Company L captured the town of Lunenbrunnen, and Company I helped the 1st Battalion clear Datland. The town was taken with not too much opposition, but the Germans had set up a strong defense on the far side of the canal running on the outskirts of the town. 3 April 1945 diary. 1st Battalion moved out in the early morning in an attempt to cross the canal, but the bridge had been blown and the enemy was strongly set up on the other side. With our artillery pounding the enemy in the area, the canal was crossed later that day. I Company jumped off in a night attack and captured an aluminum plant intact without so much as firing a single shot. Wow. The objective was between Lippe River and the canal just northwest of Lunenbrunn, which was captured by the L Company. H Company, which is you, 2nd Battalion also moved forward 5 miles to the town of Datland. G and E companies continued their defenses along the canal. 5 diary, April 1945. In the final phase of the Ruhr, the 291st Infantry moved forward rapidly into the city area around the large industrial area of Dortmund. You remember Dortmund?
I'm in Dortmund, yeah.
The towns of Brambier, Schwellenberg, Seiberg, Kastorf, Koxenberg, Eikeling, and Bittersmunk were cleared or captured by the men of the 291st. Prisoners were taken by hundreds. All the Nazis were just giving up at this point?
Yeah, so they gave up, yeah.
They give up. And what'd you do with all their weapons?
Burn them.
You put them in a big pile?
Burn them. Put gasoline on them, burn them, yeah.
Were all the German prisoners pretty subtle by now? They didn't like, the fight was out of them.
They had enough.
They had enough. It was the handwriting on the wall for the once famous Wehrmacht, the 291st drive to the Ruhr River and help break the back of the Germans in this important industrial valley. The combat mission of the 291st Infantry was completed and the end of the war was not far off. So what were basically the demeanor of all the prisoners, German prisoners you wound up? Were they just about done?
Oh, yeah. They were disgusted.
They what?
Well, they were German. They were on their home territory when they were occupied.
Yeah. And so they basically took their weapons and you put them in a big burn pile and that was it, right?
Yeah.
Did you take the bullets out of them first?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And did any of the German soldiers give you resistance, or they're pretty much very passive?
You know, they're disgusted.
How about the SS? How were they as prisoners?
Oh, they were different type. They were a different type. Yeah.
The SS were arrogant son of a bitches,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Minutes, please.
Minute 10.
So, but the general population, I'm trying to understand this, of the Nazi young boy fighters, they just had enough.
Yeah.
They were done, right?
Yeah.
What happened to all the German prisoners that were sent to the United States? What finally happened to them?
Well, they probably married here and had families and everything else.
Yeah,
they never went back.
So they never went back?
They never went back.
So it's basically
some deserted.
Huh?
Some deserted too.
Yeah. So they're basically, they did quite well by being sent to the United States, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you have a lot of Germans on your street?
Right?
On Orleans Avenue, did you have a lot of
No.
Polish and Italian, right?
Both in Italian.
Yeah, good hard-working people.
25 seconds.
Wow. Did you ever learn German when you were in the service?
No. But I picked up words.
Picked up some?
Yeah.
Was there a lot of young American boys that spoke German?
What?
Was there a lot of soldiers that spoke German on the American side?
Say again?
Did the American soldiers speak German? Many of them.